Thank you, Samuel. Up next, we have Paulo Vasconcelos with modeling panels on the fuselage of hypersonic aircraft.
Who has seen the movie Top Gun Maverick? That's great. As many of you know, in the first scene, Tom Cruise shows up literally cruising in a hypersonic aircraft at Mach 10, 10 times the speed of sound. That's 100 times faster than the speed your car goes on the highway. In theory, at that speed, we could fly from Sydney to London in just 2 hours. And this brings me to a question. Do we have the technology for that? No, at least not yet. And this is exactly where my research steps in. I'm not saying that with my PhD, we'll be able to travel to Europe in 2 hours. But my PhD provides a piece for the complex puzzle of hypersonic flight. In hypersonic aircraft design, one of the major challenges is the requirement for a low weight. When we board a flight with Qantas, we pay more money if we have excess weight, because more weight means more fuel burned, which means more costs for the airline. In hypersonic speeds, the same thing happens, but in a much more dramatic way. So to reduce the weight as much as possible, we need to design a thin fuselage, a thin aircraft body. And what's the problem of that? The problem is that the skin panels that make up the fuselage, they're so thin that they're flexible, as you can see in the slide. As a result, they deform, they vibrate in the high-speed airflow. So how can we test these panels? How can we make them vibrate? And more importantly, how do they vibrate? That's exactly what my work is about, to try to answer these questions. I'm making my panels vibrate in 2 different ways. The first is by inclining them with respect to the airflow. The second is by impacting them with a shock wave. I'm using these 2 different methods in my experiments, where I place my panels inside a hypersonic wind tunnel. And here's how my research fits in the complex puzzle of hypersonic flight. With my results, I'm better understanding the vibration mechanisms that the panels experience. Also, I'm providing experimental data to simulation experts so they can validate and improve the modeling tools that feed into the hypersonic aircraft design process. This is exactly how my research is helping advance the current technology. Thank you for your attention.